السلام عليكم إخواني وأخواتي المقبلين على جهاز مباراة التعليم بالتعاقد. Welcome guys again to this new video. So as I mentioned before, there are three main points or principles in teaching English as a foreign language or English didactics. The first premise is the first pillar is, as I presented before for you, is lesson plan. So this video is dedicated for the second pillar, which is classroom management, التدبير. So let's open this presentation. Can you open the door, please? All right, let's go. The definition of classroom management. Maybe this question will be asked you during the interview. So it refers to, so you will answer that in this manner. Classroom management is the multi-dimensional and varied ways in which learner behaviors or students' behaviors, movements, and interactions are organized by the teacher during the lesson to make teaching conducive, leading to the purpose is of creating conditions, good conditions is in order to have an effective learning that will take place. The purpose is effective learning. So, as a teacher, has to create the conditions in which effective learning can take place. One of the responsibilities of teachers or a teacher is to create the conditions or the environments in which this learning process takes place. So this is the definition. So let's move to the common classroom management areas. Classroom management included different areas that the teacher should consider. We have the activities or tasks. The activities or tasks. The second area is grouping and setting. The third area, we have the authority. The authority includes gathering or holding attention. Of your students. So these are classroom management areas. So let's go to the essential thing in classroom management. We start with the roles of the teacher and we'll move to the roles of the learner or the student. The first role of the teacher in the classroom, teacher is considered as the controller. What does it mean? The teacher is in complete charge of the class. It includes what students do, what they say, how they say it is controlled, completely controlled by the teacher. So the second role is the prompter. The, the teacher is the source of motivations, should be the motivator of his or her students. He or she encourages the learners to take part in the learning process actively, to be active participants in the learning process. For example, using reinforcement as it mentioned, as it used in the behaviorism approach, giving praise rewards, giving candies, giving creating competitions. This is also important. The third role is the is that the teacher is a resource provider. It means that the teacher is in charge with providing students with the appropriate resources, materials, and the references. Students are relied on the teacher to direct them, to give them resources, materials, and references to complete their learning process. As you know that, as you know that the classroom is 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 insufficient in terms of learning fullness, but the teacher tries to to give his or her students with the appropriate resources to practice their learning outside school. The third or the fourth role is the organizer. It is defined that, or it refers to the teacher is responsible for managing the classroom, sitting peer or pair or peer in group works, activities, tasks, and projects. The teacher organizes everything and also how guides students how to react, how to act, and so so on and so forth. Another role, which is the educator. This is the important and the crucial role of the teacher. He or she educates students in line with or inside plus the family and the environment. The teacher has the role of the educator. Means that he planting in students good values and ethics. He tries sometimes to correct or students' behaviors or misbehaviors, watch and to plant in good values and ethics. Another role, the informer. This is the first role of the teacher. He shares knowledge. He's no longer the fount of knowledge. Before the teacher, before the process of teaching and learning was teacher centered. But today or nowadays, in the emergence of ICT or technology, the teacher is no longer a fount of knowledge. He becomes just a sharer. He shares knowledge with students, the facilitator. So I suggested for you other roles: a presenter, a persuader, a participant, an explainer, and influencer. 3 dots. So on and so forth. Let's move to the qualities of a good teacher. A good teacher should be able to build a good rapport with students in order to an effective learning takes place. He or she should be creative. He should or she should vary his or her learning and teaching techniques and methods in order to meet students' requirements or learning styles and needs. Sometimes should be adjust his or her learning styles. Learning and teaching methods and techniques. Another quality, having sense of humor, should be fair. Actually, I made a mistake in fair. I should delete E at the end of the word. So, sorry, just a typing mistake. Should be fair and square. Should be patient. Being credible. He should not tell lies to his student. Should be trustworthy. Should be a source of charisma. Should be self-confidence, caring, kind, and generous. All of these positive characteristics will be reflected in the students. That's why students will take their teacher as a model to imitate. That's why, therefore, the teacher should transmit just positive characteristics, positive points. The teacher should have a positive personality. and values and ethics. Another quality, it's smooth, being optimist, positive, should use optimistic words, not and be positive, being calm in order to make a good decision, to solve classroom problems. He must be open-minded, to accept students' opinions and beliefs, not to discriminate students, the ability to establish mutual respect. He, this is a good quality in teaching or of a teacher, should be a competent communicator, an effective speaker and a good listener, and efficient use of body language and other paralinguistic features, etc. This is an importance. Pay attention to this quality. Another quality or feature, being polite, should be polite. He or she should use a polite language. The last quality, he or she has the capacity to use visual aids or technology, or should be computer savvy. Computer savvy means ICT knowledgeable teacher. So this is the last thing in classroom management. The roles of learners. What are the roles of learners? I said before that we moved from teacher-centered approach to student-centered approach or learner-centered approach. So the roles have changed, either for the teacher or the learner. So the learner is no longer a passive participant or a passive receiver. He or she becomes an active participant or interactor and creative. The learner's role is to participate actively and creatively in language learning using both the material studied in class and his own knowledge and resources. He becomes a knowledge seeker and, like the teacher, an informer. He or she shares knowledge. And other roles, he or she should be a note taker, a good recorder. So I think I have finished my video now. I hope that you have benefited from it. So I hope you a good day and see you in another new video. Thank you for your paying attention.